Sorry, I'm past menopause.
Yeah. This is, yeah, I am too. This is what's left of us.
Yeah, menopause is done and gone.
It's done its deed.
Thank goodness. That
Okay,
sucked.
I'm gonna make every woman on the planet hate me. Mine wasn't bad. I know. It was
I
weird.
hate you.
I really thought because before I became sexually active, once I did that, then I started having all kinds of problems. And then once all of that ended, I had always wondered, I wonder if this stuff gets turned off, if everything will calm down. And it did.
Wow.
I know.
I'm
Like
like,
hot flashes, I have very few. Um, Mood swings, very few. But I had some.
woman,
I know.
I went through probably 3 or 4 years of hot flashes, and they would last 2 minutes.
Oh, I understand.
So it was like sweater on, sweater off, sweater on, sweater off, sweater on, sweater off. And then I had probably a 6 month period spell,
Uh huh.
not a period.
Oh Lord,
Ugh,
that's
that would
just
have been
shaming. Get
awful.
it over with.
Um, I went through a 6 month spell where I was going through the whole hormone cycle every week.
Oh my gosh.
Monday, I'm feeling good. Tuesday, I'm starting to retain water. Wednesday, I got PMS. Thursday, I start losing water. Friday, I get cramps. Saturday, I feel like I'm having a period. Sunday, I'm starting to feel better. And then would start all
All over
over
again.
again on Monday. Talk about being a mess.
Sometimes I almost wonder if all of the chronic stuff that I got going on just kind of overrid it.
Probably. You have enough happening and you're on enough drugs
Yeah,
that you might not have even noticed.
there's a possibility. Like hot flashes,
That's
I have
crazy.
had hot flashes and like real severe hot flashes, like what you're talking about. But that happened mostly. My worst ones were when I was nursing. When I would
Yeah, I could
nurse,
see that.
man, I went through all of that. It
I could
was
see that because your hormones are trying to come
fluctuating,
back
trying
into
to come,
balance.
yeah,
But yeah, and then I'd have days where I couldn't remember shit.
yeah.
And I was waitressing at the time. So when I was having
But
a
the tips were great, weren't they?
it was fun. I
You
just
made it
had
fun.
fun with
Good.
it because I mean, what are you going to do? So the first thing I would be saying to you when I came to your table was, "You're going to have a very interesting meal," because I can't remember shit today. So, yeah, they and once you get people laughing,
Yeah,
it's all good.
because then they're seeing you as a human being.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we get to laugh, and I say, I'm sorry, I have mental pause." And the women just absolutely adored that.
Yeah, of course.
They get to laugh and they go, "Yeah, I know what you mean." Tips were great.
Good.
Oh yeah, but I'm a dinery kind of waitress.
Yeah.
At my core, I always enjoyed working a diner because you can get away with so
It's a
much.
fun job.
It really is.
I mean, I didn't do that much of it, but I did enough waitressing to know. And I've worked in a few little places that were kind of like that. And so I can see how it could be really fun. If you made it fun and you were in the right place with the right employer,
Oh
making
yeah.
it even
Well,
better.
I don't think I've ever had an employer have a problem with what I was doing.
Right.
Um, and the best day I had in a diner, we were only 44 seats,
Uh huh.
and it was me and the cook, real small place, and we had 30 people all walk in within 5 minutes of each other, and they have to be back to work in an hour.
Oh my
Oh,
gracious.
shit. So I stopped in the middle of the dining room and just threw my hands in the air and went, I'm not going to be able to get your drinks or your refills and get you back to work on time. So here's what we're going to do. Sweet tea's right there, regular tea, ice is in the bin, pop machine's right there, glasses, coffee, decaf, milk's in the fridge underneath. We have one rule: you have to say hey to the cook when you go into the kitchen. Because my waitress station was just inside the kitchen
Right.
door, and then she's just off there to the left. I had attorneys bussing tables, passing coffee, doctors. I, it
But
was
everybody got back to work on time.
everybody. We got everybody out in 45 minutes, and I made really good money that day.
Oh, I bet you did.
And what I learned out of that was that people really do enjoy being a part of their service.
They did.
And I'm taking orders. You all do what you're gonna do, and we'll get you out. And our lunch special was we had slider sandwiches in every sandwich on the menu.
Right.
So you could order a slider, a cup of soup,
Uh-huh.
and a beverage for $5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No wonder they all came in.
Oh yeah. And all the burgers were fresh patted. Everything was made fresh.
Right.
So yeah, that was the most fun I had.
That sounds like a fun day, actually.
And then there were days where I would miswrite a ticket, and I'd hear Danny in the kitchen going, "Paula, you're fired." I had an Amish lady one day, and she went,
He fired me 5 minutes ago.
"Don't worry about it. I'll never make it out the back door." Yeah, we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Do we need to turn that camera?
I don't know. Do we? We had it where we were trying to.
We were sitting closer.
We can pull this out.
We can pull it closer?
Yeah, it's a wood. If I don't. Yeah, that works better.
Is that better?
I think that's better.
You can actually see us.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, everybody. That are really suffering and trying so hard to get to a better place in their head so that their life follows and everything. There's so much mixed messages out there and everything. And I feel like that doing this is so important because I feel like it's not just teaching the tools. I think some people need to see those tools being applied.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this not just for myself. I'm really not doing it just for myself. I'm doing it to give purpose to my own trauma and my pain by showing hopefully someone else out there who's on the same journey, and I know there's several, I've met a few of you, that this is a way that you can possibly get to where you want to be. If you work it, you can get there and to a better headspace. And I know I have a lot of friends that are chronically ill because of the trauma that they've gone through, and it just piles up in their body.
Yeah.
And it's a necessary part to get that out of your body and your mind so that you can begin to have some kind of healing.
Yes.
Place.
You necessarily need to plug all the holes before you can find peace of mind.
Right.
And once you find peace of mind, the body will follow.
Right. But it's I feel like this is necessary for not just my mental health, but my physical health and my longevity in this life. Because I have a lot of heart issues with the autoimmune diseases that I got going on, and those two things in play, I can't handle the stress right now.
Yeah.
And I have stressors like everybody else do. There's going to be stress in your life. It's not going to go away.
It's learning how to deal with the stress.
There's no magic, anything.
Nope. There's no magic pill.
I want to be able to take those stress in and not just work on it with my brain, but be able to have my body release that stress and not hold it, which makes me sick.
Yeah. Sicker.
Sicker.
You're sicker. You're always going to have those issues.
Yeah.
However, when you get emotionally worked up, you intensify
All those issues.
the issues physically, the
Yeah,
physical
it's
issues.
that your emotions will turn the volume up on your pain. It will turn the volume up on all of it. Like when you're emotionally charged
Yeah,
and you have heart issues, it will immediately feel it in your heart
yeah,
before you feel it anywhere else.
yeah.
And usually you have stomach issues, and the second place you're going to feel it is your stomach and your digestion.
Well, there's something wrong with me.
No, you're very
there,
healthy.
there is
But I'm
something
saying
wrong with me.
once these things start happening to you is what I'm saying.
I
You're still
understand.
in a healthy body. That's
I
wonderful.
am, but I also think that we were just talking about my generation.
Yeah.
I'm 69, grew up in the 60s, and my generation grew up with a lot of shit going on
Yeah.
in this country. And we lost, I was in the first grade with when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Martin Luther King was a year or two later. Malcolm X was not long after that. Shootings at Kent State, Vietnam War,
Mm-hmm.
race riots. So what we learned was you might as well not get upset about a whole great big bunch because
It's all going to happen
it's all
anyway.
going to happen. It could be gone in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're hiding under our desks from nuclear bombs. I mean, as stupid as that
Yeah.
sounds, but it teaches you.
Y'all had to know when you were hiding under that desk, y'all had to talk to each other and go, "Do you really think this is going to save me?" No, I don't think this is going to save me.
It came out more like, you know how stupid this is?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it also,
What did that do to you as you look at the adults around you that are trying to tell you this desk is going to save your life?
nobody, I think the teachers even were like,
So they treated it like,
it's a,
look, this is what
it's
we're
a
supposed to
drill.
do.
It's another drill. It's like a tornado drill.
Yeah.
We were going and sitting out in the hallway and covering our heads, sitting in the
Yeah, I've
halls.
done that. I've done
I
that. I've
mean,
done
you
that.
know, tornado
I
drills.
remember sitting there with my head and going, "This is not going to save us."
Well, actually, in a tornado, it would. Because you don't want to be near glass or
No,
anything that explodes.
but if it takes the whole building, no, it's not.
Oh,
Because
but
tornadoes
it's
can't
all,
do that.
yeah, well, it can pile brick on top of you.
Well, it can suck everything up out of the ground. There was a town in Texas that did that too.
Oh, I believe that.
It actually pulled cellars up out of the ground.
I believe that. It was probably an
This is
F5.
class 5. Yeah.
Yeah. We have never had those around here.
Yeah. Very few.
And because
Thank you,
of
Lord.
because of where this city sits,
Yeah.
at the confluence of two rivers, tornadoes tend to go up and over.
Yeah.
So we have never had a tornado inside the city limits. Um, but we've had microbursts. Microbursts are where you get the rush of wind,
Oh yeah.
but you don't. It's not really a tornado. It's a.
See, in Texas that happens a lot, but they don't call them microbursts.
Oh well, that's what the weather people call them. I don't.
Well, they call because there's more trees and stuff around here. There's not as much trees and it's like a straight wind and it will.
Depends on where you're at in Texas.
Yeah, yeah, it depends on all over.
Yeah, I've been down the east coast or the coast, the Gulf Coast
Yeah,
in Texas, down through Jefferson, and
I'm talking more west.
you're talking past the corridor
Yeah,
or
no,
in the
wait,
corridor.
that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, whole other program. I don't. I like Eastern Texas.
Oh, I love
I
East
did
Texas.
not. I did not much like the corridor.
Really?
Yeah, from Kingsport all the way up.
Mm-hmm. Why?
The people were very different
Mm-hmm.
in the corridor. Everybody has a shotgun in their truck, and they pass you on the right in the
Yeah.
what do they call that? It's not a margin. It's a.
It's the side of the road. They'll go around
Well,
you either way. It's
yeah, they
exit,
pass.
yeah.
They'll pass you on the right.
Yeah,
And
we
all
drive through
Texan
it.
drivers are assholes.
Pretty much.
Yes, I had my mother laughing. I was. She was living near Tyler, about a half hour from Tyler,
Yeah.
in a gated community.
Uh-huh.
And my brother lives nearby, so I would talk her into letting me drive her down, me and the
Right.
dog and a 38. And as soon as we'd get into Texas, I every 2 minutes I'm going, asshole, asshole, asshole. Which is
Yeah.
markedly better than what I say around here.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we kind of got off topic, didn't we?
We always do.
We do that a lot,
We do that.
which makes it a coffee
It
house.
makes it yeah. Exactly.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
Would you like to share a piece of work that you've already done?
Hmm.
Or no? We can just move forward.
Let's just move forward right now.
Okay.
If we can, because I do have stuff I want to share, but I don't know if I have all it articulated it the way I want to share it yet.
Okay. All right. So, what would you like to work on?
Well, I don't know.
First thing at the top of your head.
I am finally to the place where I'm ready to start writing my book about my past traumas. And I'm trying to figure out my approach on it and everything. And I don't want any stress added to it that's from the past guilt. I think I've got it mostly under control of, protecting other people's secrets. It's what it boils down to, and not doing that anymore. That this is my past, this is my trauma, and it doesn't belong to anybody else, and I have the right to talk about it
Absolutely.
and write about it.
So,
Because I've protected these people for so long. I don't want that to get in the way. And if there's anything upmost in my mind, it's about the book, and it's about being able to start that process and not let that get back in. It's not there right now, but I don't want it to get back in.
well, it's either
I've got a-
gone.
I've got a lot of stuff going on with the steroids in my system.
I hear you.
So I don't want it to
So
that to trigger the other.
do you feel like it's gone? Do you feel like guilt is gone?
I feel like it's gone, but
So why
I'm
were
almost hesitant to say that.
why?
Hmm. I need to look at the camera more. I'm gonna take my glasses off. My vision's a little fuzzy right
Yeah, you don't need to see shit.
now. I don't need to see it.
She doesn't need to see.
Um, what was the question again? Say it again.
Why?
Why?
That was the question.
Why am I
Why?
fearful?
Why are you afraid that
Excuse me.
you're hesitant
Yeah.
to say that the guilt is gone? Why?
I guess I'm doubting myself.
Why?
Why?
Why are you doubting yourself?
Why am I doubting? Well, I'm so good at it, Paula. That's a habit, is what that is. I made a joke of it just then, but seriously, it's a habit, is what it is. And I think, no, I know that my physical stuff does play a part in it because it can take everything so easily.
So, how does your physical part
I know.
interact with self-doubt?
That's what's messing with my head right now. I just realized.
Yeah. One has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah, and it's then that means, obviously to me, that's tied into how I look at myself
Well,
as a chronically ill person.
makes me wonder if you're not using your physical health as an excuse to doubt yourself. Knowing that, because we just got done talking about you not being able to help me because of your physical health.
I'm afraid it's going to get in the way because it can come up so quickly and so easily. I'm afraid
So,
it's going to take it.
so how is it going to
But
get in the
it
way?
wouldn't take it. That's a misrepresentation I'm doing to myself because it wouldn't take it. It
It's a
would only
scary,
delay it.
I call those scary stories.
Yeah, I'm telling myself a scary story is what I'm doing.
Why?
Yeah. See, this is good stuff.
When you can answer why,
Yeah,
we'll be able to fix it.
yeah. Because I'm still fearful of death.
Well, that's a big jump.
It was. But my heart's
So
gonna.
are you afraid that you're going to die before you get this book written?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I guess you better get after it.
Yeah, I'm at it. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to die anytime soon either. Because I
No.
refuse to quit.
No, but I'm saying if you
Yeah,
use
I
that,
need to do this. I
if
actually have an app loaded on my phone, and I have started.
if you use this to sabotage yourself,
Yeah.
you'll never get it written before you die.
No, I won't.
So let's bring this back around to, because what I'm hearing is you're hesitating to say the guilt is gone because you're afraid you're going to die before you get the book written
Yeah, it don't make sense.
at all. One does not relate to the other.
No, it doesn't. Interesting.
So it's a diversion
There is.
from the real fear,
Yeah.
which is
So the guilt's a diversion,
no,
or the fear
the fear. The scary story is a diversion
from the guilt.
to divert you from the guilt. That's what you're using to
Okay.
pressure yourself
Okay.
to write the book.
Yeah, I know. I see what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's it.
So,
I need to tell myself a different story. One that's actually real and balanced.
so
and they
let's
can
go
get started.
back. Let's go back and deal with the guilt
Okay. Let me deal with the guilt.
because I think it's still in there.
It probably is.
And the scary story is masking or overriding the guilt, but the guilt is still there.
Yeah.
So you're going to feel guilty because
Do you think the guilt's there because I still haven't gotten all the way to the anger?
I think the guilt is still there because you very often will say, I don't want to hurt anybody.
I don't.
I don't want to make anybody feel bad.
No,
You don't want to say, I don't give a shit about your feelings.
no, I don't.
So you write this book,
It's
and
gonna
it's
hurt some
yours.
people's feelings.
It's going to hurt some feelings.
It's really going to hurt some
And
feelings.
the funny thing about that is when you piss somebody off by stating a fact,
Yeah.
means you're right.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be right.
I didn't look at it that way. That's interesting. Yeah.
You just don't want to be right. Because if you're right, what
Then
does that mean?
Yeah, I know. You and I both know what that means.
They don't.
No. Because it means the things that they did on purpose. And they did it knowing what they were doing.
And you're going to call them out, and you're supposed to feel guilty about that because you hurt their
Because I was
feelings.
taught to feel guilty about that, but that's their shit, not mine.
Okay, so we cut the apron strings,
Yeah.
and we cut those little ties. This is leftover
Yeah.
habit.
It is.
So the guilt you're feeling really doesn't belong to you.
Mm-mm.
You're feeling somebody else's guilt at being a shitty person,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be mad at you for pointing out that they were a shitty person.
Yeah.
Are you strong enough to handle that?
Yeah. I really am. I'm very much so strong enough to handle that. I think I've told myself I wasn't.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to stop doing, and what are you going to start doing?
I'm going to start writing books.
What are you going to stop doing?
Telling myself scary stories.
No, nope, unacceptable. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna let go of this guilt that doesn't belong to me. Is what I gotta do.
So you're going to stop feeling somebody else's guilt?
Yeah.
What are you going to start
I
doing?
just said that very thing to my daughter. Now, what in the Sam Hill? What in the Sam Hill am I doing?
I often find people give good advice, but they don't follow their own advice.
Well, everybody does that.
I don't. If I know I got to work on it, I know I got to work on it.
Yeah,
And I'll own it.
I do that.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Say it again.
I'm gonna start writing my book, and I'm gonna stop feeling guilty that the guilt belongs to somebody else, not mine.
Okay.
Hers.
Cool. Why are you going to do that?
Because I want my daughter to see what healthy looks like. I want my daughter to realize you don't have to carry somebody else's nonsense.
Good work.
And the only way she's going to feel that and realize that is if I do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing it for me, really. But I'm also doing it for her. And I'm doing it more for me than I ever have at this point in my life.
That's awesome.
And I'll be honest, you've helped me do that. You've helped me get there.
Thank you.
I did the work.
Yes, you
My
did.
job, but-
Yes, you did.
But you did help me. You were there and you did help me with
I
some
can
stuff.
be a real challenge. And you can all expect to see me piss Miss Marla off. It goes with the territory when you get into these kinds of conversations.
And it's going to be tricky because you're trying to teach me something and not to get into that therapeutic
Mm-hmm.
mindset
Yeah.
because we're still friends.
Yeah.
So we have to do and that's why we're doing this, is how we can help others not only help themselves but even spread that. We want this paying forward stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because that's what this does, is it does pay things forward. It automatically does in your behavior toward yourself. It reflects into your behavior toward others.
At the end of all this is a realization of how we affect other people
Yes.
in what we say, in what we do. We affect people's perception of us. And there's not enough of that. Everybody is so within themselves, they're not realizing how they are affecting the people
Mm-hmm.
around them, which can snowball into some real
They
dark
don't pay
stuff.
attention. They don't pay
Well,
attention
nobody's.
to what they're doing, let alone what anybody else is doing.
Yeah. Well, and these days it's not about survival.
No.
I mean,
It's
traditionally,
gonna be.
yeah, it's coming. Traditionally, when this country was first settled by the white people, it was about survival.
Yeah.
So everybody was keeping track of their neighbors and people in their vicinity and making sure that they were okay.
Right.
And what I do will affect my neighbor.
Right.
And maybe life and death, I may need them.
Right.
So, but that's not where we're at today.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm going to interject a little bit because it almost sounded like white people settled this. That's not what you meant. When they came here and started learning how to saddle and how to do that, they learned that a great deal from the Native Americans.
Hey, and guess who? Guess who the Native Americans were? Black people. 90% of all black folks are native, indigenous. So, before you all go getting weird with the black community, be aware this is their land. This was their homeland. Most of them.
Well, I mean, you can even argue it as far as that most of the settlement was done by them.
Well,
By
they
their backs.
yeah, absolutely. They built this country.
So
No doubt about it. They built it. So that's a side note, not
that's a
really.
big side note.
I just had to say it, though. I just had to say it. So, yeah, you're going to see a lot of, and hear some things that probably going to piss some people off. I'm just doing my job.
Well, you're getting into the how we think about ourselves, and that's a very emotional thing, and how that's internal story that we're telling ourselves. There's a lot of that in there.
Yeah, and you know where that comes from. Damn it. That comes from by the time we're 3 years old, we have been taught how to perceive the world, how the world is going to perceive us, the kind of people we're going to hang around, the kind of things we're going to do, the kind of house we're going to live in, the kind of car we want to
And I
drive.
can attest to that because I can actually remember being about 2 years old.
You think I should not?
The things on in it.
Huh? Yeah. Oh.
I don't know how much you
Yeah.
can smoke. It might mess with my heart a little
Oh,
bit. But get a couple
no.
puffs in. Get you a puff in.
No, we're good.
It'll calm you down. Are y'all?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
The at 2, my twin brother was bit by a rattlesnake, and I remember that incident. Now, Mom tells me I don't, but the thing is I also remember the emotional stuff that was going on because we were in this chair, and it was one of those old metal chairs. They've become popular for outside.
Yeah.
And this one, I think it was like one of those gliders too. But I was standing up, and Waylon was over here, and Tanya was in the tree above us, and Mom and Daddy were in 2 chairs across from us. Okay. And Waylon was playing with this little car, and he dropped it, and he bent down to pick it up. But before that happened, I was standing up, and Waylon was fussing at me because I was standing up and messing up where he could play with his car. And Mama told me to sit down.
Ugh.
He fussed about it to Mom, and Mom told me to sit down. And I remember already knowing what my place was in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So.
I sat down, and I remember watching Mom and Daddy and waiting until they started talking and not paying attention, and then I could, kind of. I remember still having that little sneakiness about me and everything. At that point, but I remember knowing that it was going to immediately go to me. If there was any kind of anything I had to change, anything needed to be different, it was going to have to be me in that scenario. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
And then when Waylon he dropped the car and he bent down, and that's when the snake bit him because evidently the snake had been asleep underneath us. And when he dropped the car, it hit the snake, and it probably woke it up, is what they think. And then he reached down to pick up the car, and it bit him, and he went, ah! And then he reached down, and it got him again. So it bit him twice.
Ooh.
On the left thumb.
Yeah, not good.
And he went crying over to Mom, and Mom was fixing to fuss at me for standing up, because she thought that I stepped on his hand. I knew immediately that she was going to think I stepped on his hand, and I didn't. And I knew I was in trouble. But I didn't know about the snake either yet.
Right.
And then at that point, she looked up, and she said when she went to look up to fuss at me, she saw the snake. And she swears up and down I have one arm longer than the other because she just reached over, grabbed an arm, and yanked me. And then Daddy ended up killing the snake. But at that moment, that's when everything went blank.
Yeah.
For me in my memory. But I remember that part very strongly.
Yeah.
And I remember the emotions and knowing that I was guilty of something.
Oh, well, there it is. You're just automatically guilty.
I was automatically guilty at 2.
Yeah. So.
Mama says we were 18 months old. I wasn't even really 2 years old.
Yeah. So that has been indelibly written.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guilty.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's going to piss a lot of people who know me off. Oh, well.
Oh, well. Because it's somebody else's guilt.
It's somebody else's guilt.
It's not yours.
It's always been somebody else's guilt.
And you don't even have to do anything and you feel guilty.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was resolved today. I'll ask you next week. How did that go for you, Marla?
It's actually being resolved like on a daily basis with me. Hand
Well,
over fist working on this.
for the purposes of the folks that are
Yeah, the
going to be tuning in, I'd like to set up a what went right, what went wrong kind of thing.
I think that's
How
a good
did
idea.
that play out for you? Bragg's reports.
I think that's a good idea.
So and more to help these people. Between you and me, I already know.
Yeah.
I already know. However, I think it would be helpful for people to hear what those struggles were through the week.
Yeah.
I caught myself. I caught myself.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. That's not mine.
The new habit that I am working to get toward is I'm not quite there. Is to start journaling.
It takes 60 days.
Yeah. That's the habit I'm working on.
It takes 60 days to break a habit.
I used
So,
to do it constantly, and now I don't.
yeah.
I got. I'm not sure what happened there because it was
Well,
like the biggest part of my personality, and it's somewhere along the way I turned it off, and I turned it off for comfort's sake, for others' comfort.
oh, I
I think
used
I did
to
that.
I used to do a lot of writing.
Oh man.
A lot of it. You'll have to ask Jamo. I writing was a way for me to get it all on paper,
Right.
and it was a way for me to get it out of my system because I didn't have anybody to talk to.
Yeah.
And I used to make a lot of lists
I did
um, of all the things I could have said. Why'd I say that? And then I'd make a list. Or why did I do whatever I did?
Yeah.
And I'd make a list. Now I can't go to sleep until I run through the whole day.
Really.
Yeah. What went right? What went wrong? And what do I got to do to fix what went wrong so I don't have to go through that crap
Does that help
again?
you sleep better?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can't go to sleep though until I resolve what went wrong through the day. But I always do go through what went right first
Mm-hmm.
so that I'm feeling positive. Now I'm ready to deal with, well, what went wrong and where did it go
What can I do
sideways?
about that?
Yeah, I'll analyze it. I'll tear it all apart and where did it go sideways? At what point did that take a nosedive?
Right.
Oh, well, right there. Okay, so next time I'm not going to,
Right.
I don't have to go through that crap.
Yeah.
Because I don't like going through shit. I really don't like. I like things to go smooth.
I do too.
So, and that's how I do it. It's a
I do that, like, but I have to watch it because I'm not to a place yet with my CPTSD where I can, because I'll get, it'll take over.
well,
If
yeah.
I'm not careful.
You don't live in an unemotional state.
No, not right now.
When you get to being able to step outside and be unemotional about all of it, you'll be able to look at all of it
Yeah.
and go, well, shit. Right there is where it went sideways.
Right.
Yeah.
But
But
see,
I cannot go to
the
sleep.
CPTSD will go, I'll do that, just that, what did I do wrong? And then it goes with the emotional stuff and starts dragging me down.
Yeah.
So
No,
I
yeah.
have to be very careful.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
Or I
not
can-
suggesting.
Yeah, and I can put me right back into that, and then the next bad memory that's similar, and it can really suck you in.
Yeah, I can see where it would.
But that's not something I'm necessarily doing to myself. That's how it's set up in
Because
my
we
brain
haven't
right now.
we haven't been able to
Yeah,
separate
that's
it
how my
out
brain
yet.
works right now.
And I have said to a few people, we absolutely need to compartmentalize
Yes.
a lot of stuff.
Yes.
They used to tell us that was not a good thing,
Right.
but it actually is.
Yeah.
It's like having a filing system, everything in its place,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put that away until, and even tools, and whatever that imagery is for you. It can be toolboxes, it could be files,
Yeah.
it could be a filing cabinet, it could be boxes,
If
it
you
can be
even
shoe
put a little-
boxes, It
glass
could
jar and
be
set them up on a
glass
shelf
jars.
somewhere.
Yeah, it could be just about
Anything.
anything, however you perceive, but put things in their place.
Yeah.
Put things. Well, this was my mom and dad. Uh, it, you know, yeah,
You can
it's
even literally put them in files in your brain. This is
yeah,
my filing cabinet. I'm going to come into my filing cabinet. Okay, let me look. Okay, there's mom and there's dad. Okay, now let me open those up and look at.
yeah.
You can literally
You
do
can do that, and put them away.
and then put them back in place
So,
and
and
shut the cabinet.
I find that helps